Today we're going to dissect Chapter 2 of the Dragon Ball Super manga. Chapter 2 here, we kick off with the Oracle Fish letting Whis and Beerus know that they are correct about the Super Saiyan God. I mean, I hope so, since this whole story is about Super Saiyans. And it says here, Whis says, Frieza already destroyed the Saiyan homeworld, planet Vegeta. And then down in this panel here, Beerus says, oh yeah, I remembered I asked him to do that. It's very much a big retcon in the series, because originally Frieza destroyed the planet because he feared the legend of the Super Saiyan. So I'm not sure if I missed this in the movie or in the anime, or if they explain it later that Beerus is the one that told Frieza about the Super Saiyan legend, which got him paranoid to destroy planet Vegeta. I don't like that if it was just Beerus going to Frieza saying, hey, you should destroy planet Vegeta because I said so, because they're terrible people. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't get why Beerus is supposed to go around and eliminate planets because they either have terrible food or they're terrible people, but he let Frieza roam around. But okay, so Beerus is the one that told Frieza, or asked Frieza, to destroy planet Vegeta. We can live with that. And here, Whis says he found more Saiyans that migrated to planet Earth. But what about Tarbell? Vegeta's brother. He doesn't bring that up, does he? We're right here on the bottom right. It looks like Beerus is saying something about, isn't that where I wiped out those dinosaurs for being rude to me? And Whis says, I remember that. That's confusing because I've been watching Dragon Ball since day one, and dinosaurs have been in there since the first chapter of Dragon Ball. I'm almost pretty sure about that. That doesn't make any sense unless he wiped out some of the dinosaurs and left a few around to roam, or if somebody brought back the dinosaur race at some point with genetics, like a Jurassic Park type thing. Maybe that happened somewhere in history. And that's my only conclusion, because dinosaurs exist in the Dragon Ball universe. I mean, come on, Gohan is eating the tail of that T-Rex constantly. And I see dinosaurs, and I think there's a pterodactyl that takes Bulma from Goku in one of the first few chapters of Dragon Ball. So unless someone genetically brought back dinosaurs to planet Earth, that's the only reason I can see that Beerus made them extinct, and then the people of Earth brought them back. And it looks like he found, my only guess why Whis found this Saiyan here, Goku, on King Kai's planet, is because he's got the highest power level, and he's in the middle of training, so he's probably putting off the most energy. And he says he's the one who defeated Frieza. Also confusing. I wonder if Whis' staff there is kind of like a Wikipedia or a Google, and if he looks at something, it gives him a bunch of stats. Because sometimes it seems like Whis doesn't know something, but as soon as he sees it, he's like, oh, by the way, yeah, he's the one who defeated Frieza, Son Goku. So it must label him as Goku, Whis' angel powers are just giving him information. Alright. And Beerus is shocked that someone defeated Frieza. I mean, it's been a long time, man. You think Whis would have mentioned that he defeated Frieza, since Beerus and Frieza just have a great relationship. And I guess he's interested, but I mean, Frieza's power level at the time would be nowhere near Beerus' level, unless he knew the hidden potential that Frieza had if he decided to train. And they're going to head over to King Kai's planet, and here we are on King Kai's planet. Goku's here training, pulling this big old square with bubbles. Sorry, Gregory doesn't exist in the Dragon Ball manga, so he's not here like he is in the anime. Which is fine, he's not that important of a character, but you gotta have Bubbles, who's still dead, by the way. Still don't understand why Bubbles and King Kai are dead when in the Cell Saga they wished everybody killed by Cell to come back, and the only explanation I got was that he decided to stay dead to keep Goku company. But why did Bubbles stay dead? Why did he have to stay dead to keep Goku company? When did they bring back King Kai's planet? I don't know. And here we go, and King Kai's freaking out because Lord Beerus is on the way there. Goku doesn't know who Beerus is, and right here, he yells out, Beerus is the god of destruction. He's a deity of chaos and the strongest warrior in the universe. In their universe, maybe. Until they decide to make a stronger one. What's that? Never heard of it. And King Kai's freaking out. This whole chapter, last 2 chapters at least, have been a lot of expletives where they're explaining exactly what's going on, even though, it's just a repeat of the Battle of Gods movie. But I like how they're compressing it real quickly in only 4 chapters. And Goku answers back, in that case, I want to fight him. And that's very Goku of him to say. Remember, and then here we go, King Kai's freaking out, but you think at this point he'd know that if he tells Goku this guy's very powerful, it would actually make him want to fight him more, just like he did with Frieza. And there we go, there's Beerus right behind him, and he asks him if he wants to give it a try. And Goku goes Super Saiyan, and he's about to fight Beerus for the first time. What I don't like here is a very common thing in shonen anime is Goku says, I'm not going to hold back. And he goes Super Saiyan, correct? And Beerus says, give me everything you got. And then he can't hit him at all in Super Saiyan. But Goku has 2 other transformations, Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3. And I can understand not going straight to Super Saiyan 3 since it takes so much energy. But at this point, he should have Super Saiyan 3 mastered. And he can't even touch Beerus. And he's got his hands behind his back. Beerus says something down here in the left corner that Saiyans all had black... I thought Saiyans all had black hair. That's something that's interesting to me, because in some of the artwork for Vegeta, it's interesting that he has a slight brown hair tint. It might be just a mistake, but I know Vegeta has black hair, but in a lot of in the artwork that I've seen, Vegeta has a brown tint to his hair. If anybody knows why he's got that brown tint, if they decided to add it, I liked it. It made him stand apart from everybody else before they just committed to the black hair for everybody. And right here, Whis said, I think what you're seeing right now is the transformation known as Super Saiyan. So see, Whis knows things that he's not letting Beerus know until he absolutely needs to know. Or, like I said, he's got some kind of Wikipedia thing on his staff that explains these things to him. Then we got Goku, and he decides to go Super Saiyan 2. See, like I said, it's confusing and it's frustrating that every time Goku usually says, I'm going to use my full power, and then he's only using a half or a third of his power. So now he's Super Saiyan 2, and he can't, and now Beerus has to put his hands out of behind his back, so he's blocking Goku's attacks now. And it says, well, I guess it's no surprise you're able to defeat Frieza, but that seems to be the extent of your power. And then Goku says, don't underestimate me. Let me show you my strongest form. So he was a liar. Goku was a fibber about the whole, I'm going to not hold back thing he said earlier a few pages ago. And now Beerus is excited, but we'll see. And here we go. This is what I like, right? We get to the next page, and Champa and Vados have been added to this arc. And I really like that they blended this arc with the Universe 6 arc, so it feels naturally when it goes into that next arc, because they do skip the Resurrection F portion of the manga and go straight to the Universe 6 part, and I'm glad they do. We'll get right into the meat and potatoes of this story. And Champa says that they won't notice them because they're looking for something, because Beerus is in combat right now. Okay, we're back to the fight, and it looks like Super Saiyan 3. Lord Beerus, can't you fight back even just a little? At this rate, I won't know how strong you really are. And Beerus pulls out his finger and flicks old Goku across the entire North Kai's planet and makes an embarrassment of Super Saiyan 3, which I didn't like. I feel like they should have let Super Saiyan 3 do a little more damage, because at this point, after this, Super Saiyan 3 has become a joke, and it kind of sucks, because when I was a kid, I thought Super Saiyan 3 was really cool, and I know everybody wanted to see a Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta or a Super Saiyan 3 Trunks. I don't even know if a half Saiyan can go Super Saiyan 3 or not, but it'd be interesting to see. And I understand why they wouldn't go Super Saiyan 3 after they unlock the God forms, because why do that, since Super Saiyan 3 has such setbacks, since it consumes so much power. And then Beerus says, now it's time for you to transform into Super Saiyan God. And Goku doesn't know what the heck that is. And Beerus is shocked that he can't become one. I mean, if I was Beerus at this point, I'd be like, well, he's obviously got a shit ton of forms after going one after the other. And Beerus is not happy and knocks Goku out. With one chop to the back of the neck, Goku is out of Super Saiyan 3. And Beerus says, we have no choice. Let's find more Saiyans on Earth, Whis. Alright. Yeah, and we go back to Champa and Vados. And they're still worried if Beerus notices them. And Vados says, no, it seems okay. Those two are going somewhere else now. And that's good for him. And back to Beerus and Whis are heading to Earth. There's Earth. They're almost there. I mean, geez, Whis is fast. And that's it for Chapter 2. I think Chapter 2 was much better than Chapter 1. But I am disappointed that we didn't get to see any of the rest of the cast. It's still just the Goku show at this point, which I know most of Super is the Goku and Vegeta show. But it would have been nice just to see what everybody else is doing. I mean, they could have built on Gohan and Vidal's relationship. I was actually thinking earlier this week that it would have been interesting, instead of Bulma's birthday that they're going to be on in Chapter 3, it would have been interesting if it was Gohan and Vidal's wedding, and Goku was training and forgot about it, or he was going to head there as soon as he was done training or something. And Beerus and Whis showed up to Gohan's wedding. I thought that'd be such a better start to this arc, and it would give some development to Gohan and why he hasn't been training, because he's been courting Videl. But yeah, so I'm Mr. Morfetto, and this is the end of Dissecting Chapter 2 of Dragon Ball Super. I'll see you guys at Chapter 3.